Hello, welcome to the next session of the course Systemverilog. Build your random test bench. And in this session, you will be learning random variables usage in Systemverilog. So, random constraints in Systemverilog. Constraint-driven random verification is a special kind of verification where you use the randomness supported in Systemverilog to generate a large number of automatically generated tests from a very limited set of programming. To make it more clear, let's consider an example of verifying a DUT which carries a bus of address and data. So to test this address and data bus, you have to inject different values to this address and data bus. For that, you have two kind of approaches. One is a traditional directed test cases where you can say write 10 number of or 100 number of tests, different tests, which will generate different 100 values, value combination for this address and data, and use this test to simulate your DUT and see if there are any errors in the DUT. And in the second approach, if you can make this data and the address as random, and you can write a single test which will say your address and data is random, and you can run the same test 100 times to get different values for address and data instead of writing 100 different tests. So this is a use case of using a random variable in your program, and you'll be more clear about when you come across multiple examples in the course. Thus, constraint-driven test generation allows user to automatically generate tests from a single program for functional verification, and this will be more effective than the traditional directed testing approach, and it will be more easy to find some corner case bugs also by using constraint-driven random verification. Systemverilog allows user to specify constraint in a compact or declarative way, and again the constraints are then solved by a solver that generate the random values that meet the constraint. So we will see what is a constraint and what is a random variable in the coming sessions. So there is one point that you should note here is the random constraints are typically specified in a class that contains the data to be randomized as a random data member and the user defined constraints. Or in very simple words, I can say that you will never directly use a random variable in a program. The best way to use it is you have to define a class that contains a data member as a random data member, and use the object of the class whenever you want to randomize that particular variable. Thus, to build your own Systemverilog random test bench, you have to be very clear about the object-oriented concepts supported in Systemverilog, and that is a prerequisite for this course.